Hey everybody, Mike, Tim, and Bonnie here from the VOX podcast. Welcome to the show. We're going to try something a little different. We get a lot of feedback and questions emailed into us or tweeted to us or whatever. And so usually what we do is we kind of do we call it a mailbag episode, where it's us just plowing through questions. And it's 3 or 4 at a time or whatever. But we thought we would break these up into like just question-specific episodes and try to release one a day. So instead of being an hour and a half of us wrestling with 3 questions, we're going to try to get through 5 questions over the next 5 episodes. And they're really, we won't count them as episodes per se, but they'll be probably 10 to 15 minutes each, hopefully, if Bonnie and Tim don't talk too much.
Especially Tim.
Yes, especially
I've got a lot to say.
But before we dive in, Tim is sporting. I mean, I just wish. I mean, seriously, you could be a model for LL Bean.
Tim looks really good today.
Yeah, really
LL
good.
Bean.
Yep. And I think I like the way you said that, Bonnie, because it's surprising. There was some surprise in your voice.
I didn't mean it like that. I meant
that's how it came out.
I felt
Tim looks all right today.
Yep.
That's not how I meant it.
Yep. Now, Bonnie, you have some big news, because what is today?
Today is Tattoo Day.
Tattoo Day.
Yes.
Now, Bonnie, there is a specific Levitical prohibition
I know about that.
against getting tattoos. And so how is it that you, a Bible translator, feel comfortable enough to get a tattoo?
I think
You
that
just want to explain that
was
to
the
the
old
audience?
covenant, and we're in a new day.
Really?
Yep, that's.
Is that true Is that true for not murdering too? Is that how that works?
No, Erie, that is different.
Okay, so what's the tattoo of? And if I can ask, where is it going?
It's going on my wrist, on the inside. Oh, what?
In Hebrew?
No.
Is it Hebrew?
No, it is not even biblical.
What?
I know.
So not only, although, yeah,
It is Harry Potter.
It is the Deathly Hallows sign?
Oh, no. It is a watercolor. I'm going to show it to you.
Okay.
Because
I'm very excited because Bonnie was holding out some mystery for us.
I know,
She
but
was
Tim
not gonna tell
guessed
us.
it because y'all are sitting here going, oh, yeah, making fun of it. So now I'm like, excuse you.
Listen, I'm not making fun of it.
I love Harry Potter, first of all, but also I love the power of story and creativity. And that's really important to me.
That's how you justify it.
In the work I do.
That's how you justify it. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. So I'm looking at...
But not that squiggle. Do you see that squiggle? Not that.
Yeah, no squiggle. You have enough natural squiggles that you don't need as you're approaching 40.
You know what? So it's the sketch of his glasses and lightning bolt, but with watercolor.
Oh, I like it.
And you got a good artist that can do the watercolor part?
Yes, I did. I stalked them on Instagram. And this is Austin. So this is
Austin's
basically
gonna
my
have good
rite of
tattoo stuff.
passage for being an Austin resident and a
Turning
pastoral
40.
presence and not turning 40.
I love it. I think we all go through a midlife crisis, Bonnie, and we just want to say welcome. We just want to say welcome to the club.
I don't think you have a tattoo, do you, Erie?
I'm not. Hey, and even if I did, I'm not telling.
You could get it on your head.
I don't. I've thought about tattooing hair. Hair
Mike's
plugs.
got a little
plugs for men.
peekaboo tattoo on his lower back.
It doesn't.
You know what, Tim? You were not supposed to see that. I was
just Wilson looking out over the fence.
Tim, do you have a tattoo?
Oh,
I
good
have
Lord, yes.
3.
Oh.
Yes. So what do you got, Stafford?
I've got my
Let's see it
wedding
real quick.
ring.
Okay.
Nice.
I've got my college tattoo, the obligatory college tattoo with 1 John 4:18.
Yeah.
Then I've got my infamous Pearl Jam stripes
Yes,
tattoo on my leg.
that's the one. I don't know why you didn't lead with that, my friend.
He was saving the best
incredible.
for last.
All right. So first question we got was, and I forget the young man's name. Forgive me, but he asked if we would talk about some of the most influential books on our journey and kind of share those. And so because this is hitting us fresh, there is no prep time. So Tim's looking up at the ceiling. Bonnie is looking at her library. I'll go ahead, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go popular level books.
Oh.
I'm not going to go. Well, I know, Bonnie, you'll do all your friends, but I'm going to do popular level. If you want an academic level, we can do that. But I'm going to read it. Assume like not everybody has the time or interest to read academic work. But so number one for me. Number one, most influential book. I've read it 3 times. It is thick. It is the prime rib of Christian theology for me. It is Dallas Willard, The Divine Conspiracy.
Oh, that's a good one.
That one blew my mind. It turned everything upside down, and I finally felt like I started following Jesus after I read that book. I finally understood what the project was. That Jesus was up to. So I cannot recommend that enough. That is a really thick book to get into, and it's like sentences read like paragraphs read like pages, and pages read like dissertations. It is absolutely brutal. All right, Tim, what do you got? Give us one.
The first book I think of that I have read multiple times was the Screw Tape Letters. That had a profound effect on me, but it's had a profound effect on me at different seasons of life.
So if you're not familiar with that, this is C.S. Lewis.
C.S. Lewis.
Written in
the collection of letters.
Written in the 40s or 50s.
Yeah. It was a collection of letters from a senior level demon to a demon in training, like an uncle to a nephew, and helping him with his dealing with his subject or his person that he's kind of it's kind of like the idea of guardian angels but reversed.
That sounds good. I haven't read it.
It's amazing, and it's had a huge effect on me at different times.
I'm writing these down. Well, I've read yours, right. Erie. I didn't read that one because it was the same reason I didn't read Harry Potter until my adulthood, even though it was C.S. Lewis. Yeah, it was the demons, so that was a no-no.
Yeah. Okay.
All
right. Sorry you couldn't read the Gospels then either, but okay. All right, Bonnie, you got one?
I do. And I went popular for this one too. Searching for Sunday by Rachel Held Evans. Especially for our listeners, I think it's a good book that gives you permission to look back on your church upbringing and take what's good and forgive what hurt. And it gave me a lot of permission to do that.
Got it.
So that was a breath of fresh air for me.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with another C.S. Lewis. I'm going to go with Mere Christianity, which was one of the first books I read upon thinking about becoming a Christian, and was so formative in the understanding of what surrender looks like. Like he has this section on surrender where it's like, the home builder doesn't just want to fix a thing here or there.
Yeah.
Like he wants to destroy the old house and build a new one. I mean, those sorts of images were so powerful in understanding what Jesus was trying to do in disrupting my life.
Yeah.
Excellent. Tim?
I'm going to go another C.S. Lewis.
Boom.
A Grief Observed was a big...
Oh, my goodness, yes.
And kind of dealing with grief, but also through the lens of walking away from, watching him dismantle his faith and then rebuild it in a short book.
Yeah.
Through such a smart lens I've read that a few times.
Mm.
Yeah, this was after the death of his wife.
Yeah.
And he had a really weird sort of romance with her, and but
you can watch it with Anthony Hopkins.
Yes.
Didn't they make that movie with? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Shadowlands.
I didn't see that.
Shadowlands.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
now,
that.
Bonnie, have you read that one?
No. Oh wait.
So what?
No, I haven't. Maybe pieces.
What's interesting? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just said maybe pieces of it, but I haven't read it entirety.
What's interesting is to read his earlier book, The Problem of Pain. Oof. So that's his theological work on evil.
I've read that one.
And then to read A Grief Observed after he'd actually experienced pain.
Mm-hmm.
And the two books are totally different.
Yeah.
And that like juxtaposition of them is super, super compelling, because there's some great points he makes on the problem of pain, but like all that good knowledge doesn't help you, when you're in the middle of just the absolute darkest of nights.
Yeah.
So, all right, Bonnie, what do you got?
N.T. Wright.
Which all?
No. I'll do one now. Surprised by Hope was a big one
Ooh.
for me. Have you read that? That's a good one.
That's one of my 5.
Well,
was Surprised by Hope.
Was it?
No, but I was going to do some N.T. Wright, and so I might as well. No. N.T. really dismantles sort of the popular conception of heaven, and hell and afterlife.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It is a good one. Excellent choice, Bonnie. I'm going to throw out one. So when I became a follower of Jesus, everyone kept telling me, okay, read your Bible and learn to pray and share your faith and go to church. And it wasn't until I read the book Celebration of Discipline by Richard Foster.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
That was my next one. You just stole it from me.
Was it? Was it,
Yep.
Tim?
Yeah, I have it on my phone right now.
You too.
Well, what did you... Oh, nice. So what did you like about it?
That's something that we have, Shauna, my wife, and I, all the way back from like dating or pre-dating. But that book has been revisited in seasons of trying to re-practice each of those sections, just all the different disciplines. So it's come up in different forms of ministry where we're trying to kind of refocus whatever ministry we were a part of. It always came back to practicing disciplines.
That's
Yeah.
cool. I loved it. I thought it was a great book.
Oh,
But
good.
now I'll find a different book.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, let me add one more sentence while you're looking. What I never understood, there was one sentence in that book that changed my life. And that sentence was, and I'm not going to quote it exactly, but the idea was what like the spiritual disciplines do is that they open you up to the grace of God. They're channels of grace.
Yeah.
They're not meritorious. They're not grinding effort, but they open you up for grace. And I thought, okay, that made total sense about why it is then that I can fully believe that I am righteous and holy in God's sight and want to be changed and transformed. And how do you do that? And so it was super, super impactful for me.
That's cool.
Tim, you want me to skip you and go to Bonnie real quick?
No, I'm trying. I just can't. I remember The Cost of Discipleship being a big book, Bonhoeffer.
Oh, yes.
That was
But I
mine.
don't
That was
remember
my
a lot
next
of the
one.
details.
Was it?
Good. I like it. We're bleeding over on each other.
That was one of mine. I read that in seminary, and then I kept it and have read it like twice since then. It's so good.
What do you like about it?
Well, he, because he kind of he's kind of, I think, misunderstood sometimes as being just like a pacifist and different stuff. But the way he talks about discipleship as sacrifice and as loving the other, it's really good, especially when given his time in history, and it still applies to now.
Excellent.
It was a good one.
Excellent. All right, do you want another one, Bonnie?
Yeah.
Or are you just going to stamp that one?
I liked Tim Keller's Prodigal God.
No, that's one I haven't read. What did you like
It's
about
good. It's he obviously does like a different take on the parable of the prodigal son, but so it's like a fresh take on that. But I like the way Keller approaches it anyway. He has a way of doing like stories like that from a kind of a zoomed out view, and then zooms into like very specific parts. So I don't know. It woke the story up for me in a different way.
Cool.
So I liked it. That's a good one.
Oh, that's really good. One more. I'll do one obscure one on a popular level. It's called Breakthrough, which sounds totally Tony Robbins. But it's actually Joel Olst. No, it's not. This is a guy, and it may be renamed something now because I had an old copy, but this is a South African vineyard theologian. On my academic list, there's a guy named George Eldon Ladd, Ladd, who revolutionized the way I see theology. And this book, written by a guy named Derek Morphew, Morpheu, I think, took Ladd's work and popularized it, and was and so I read Ladd first and then this one and went, oh, this is a really good summary of what Ladd had kind of argued with some tweaks.
That's
and
cool.
it's really really good about the kingdom being now and not yet.
Yeah.
something called inaugurated eschatology, where Jesus has come and he is coming. And so we live in this tension where we celebrate the victory of Christ, but we mourn the fact that sin and evil and death are still at work in the world. And it's just really, really helpful summary of that.
That's cool.
Boom. All right, Tim, one more.
I liked later, or when Blue Like Jazz came out, I enjoyed it because I'd never heard I felt like he spoke in my language.
Donald Miller.
And so
Back
after
in the
going
day.
through like those, when you're coming up through high school and college, and you have to read a lot of Philip Yancey and Max Lucado and a lot of those guys. Reading Donald Miller was like,
We're so refreshing.
It just felt refreshing, and then how open he was with a lot of his struggles in that was encouraging for me at that point. Whenever
really
that was,
good.
early 2000s maybe, or I don't remember when that came out.
Sure. What about you, B? Last one.
I just read this one a few months ago, but I liked it. Ends How the Bible Actually Works.
Yeah.
I liked
Wisdom.
it. Yeah, for about pointing towards wisdom. And his footnotes are funny. So if you think it sounds boring, it's actually pretty funny, the book. So that's a bonus.
Ends.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
All
what
right,
are you reading
ladies.
now? What book are you reading now?
Me?
Yeah, both of you.
Well, I just finished Harry Potter series. And I am also reading this one, The Art of Spiritual Direction. It's really good. And
Whoa.
then What is the Bible by James Kugel. I'm reading that one too. That one's good.
Ooh.
Nice. I'm reading Reappearing Church by Mark Sayers. He and my buddy John Mark host this Cultural Moment podcast.
Oh, yeah.
It's really, oh my goodness, really good stuff. I'm reading a book by Alan Hirsch and Mark Henderson called Reframation, playing on Reformation.
Cool.
And I'm interviewing them next week, so I'm reading that book. And then, man, there's one. Let me try to. Well, I don't remember what it is, but it's huge. It's massive.
On my list. Go ahead.
Oh no, I don't know where it is. Okay.
On my list to read. Have you read this? Blue Parakeet by McKnight?
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I haven't read it.
You will breeze through that. He has a couple chapters. You will really breeze through that. But there's a couple chapters at the end about 1 Timothy.
Oh.
And arguing for the fact that the 1 Timothy 2 passage where women are to be silent is very much a cultural and very specific to Timothy. So it's actually, I've given that away. That's actually a helpful introduction for people.
Oh, nice.
To kind of reading the Bible not as a repository of law or doctrine. But
Yeah.
It's a Blue Parakeet.
Blue
The
Parakeet
Blue Parakeet.
by Scott
Yep.
McKnight. And the other one
Yep.
that's on my list that a listener told me to listen to, and I bought it and have not read it, and I saw that you haven't read it either, is by Jersak. Her Gates Will Never
Yeah.
Be Shut.
Yes, that is is that a universal? That's a universalist.
Yeah, Hope,
right?
Hell, and the New Jerusalem. And people like Peterson's on, well, of course, Eugene Peterson's on the back, Brueggemann. But I'm like, I've never read anything about that theology, so I want to at least see what it says.
Bonnie, listen, you don't need to read it because love wins, okay? And you know that.
I have
and
not
that's-
read Love Wins either.
That's the end. All right, well, that was 20 minutes, so we gotta move on. So anyway, join us next time for another thrilling installment of Mike, Bonnie, and Tim Answer Listener Questions.